Am I the asshole? For leaving a pregnant woman outside of her doctor's office without a ride home? Not the asshole. Because this. She kept deleting the address and then handing me the phone again. That just smells wrong to me. Not the asshole. She kept asking me to stay and help her. You won't let me. Not the asshole. Pregnant or not, she was still a stranger and I believe in trusting your instincts. You tried several times to help to no avail. Your priority is to get your own child home safely. She can call someone else. Not the asshole. That seems sus. You tried to help. It was more important to take your son away from there. Not the asshole. Your son is your number one responsibility. You protected yourself and your son. I don't trust anyone these days. I think she wanted you to give her money. Not the asshole. This sounds extremely sus. Sounds like she was trying to invite herself into your car. The deleting of the address multiple times is just odd. I think you did all that a person could reasonably be expected to do in that situation and kept your wits about yourself and your son. This sounds like a scam. Kudos to you for trying to help her and more kudos for walking away. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I smell a scam. Not the asshole. As I left I might have called the police non-emergency line and asked if they could send assistance, but doesn't sound like much more you could have done, especially with a child in the car. Nata, hopefully she found someone else who was able to help her. Clearly you had a communication problem. My paranoid side says she was keeping you there for a carjacking. Or maybe she just wanted a lift to some out-of-the-way place. I like to be kind, but this situation makes me feel uncomfortable. Sounds like she was up to something. She was trying to get an invite into your car. So many ways for that to go wrong. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You did all you could. I would have stopped after the second attempt. Not the asshole. You did what you could. She could have asked the receptionist for help if she really needed it, so it does seem sketchy. Not the asshole. Who's to say she is really pregnant? Nata, you don't owe a stranger anything, least of all when they won't accept the help you offered. Not the asshole. You tried to help and it's completely understandable that your first priority was keeping your kids safe. Her behavior seems sus. That said, where you are, is it necessary to type the pickup address instead of letting the app find the location via GPS? Sure, the Uber driver was legit. It was probably her scam partner and you did the right thing by going home. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. My take. She was clearly going to use an Uber. At worst. Her language skills are so poor that it made it an ordeal. Okay, at worst she was a scammer, but in terms of you being the asshole, this would be a good thing. She was in a safe place. A doctor's office. At this point it's on the doctor and their receptionist to help set her up with an Uber. Not the asshole. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. Nata. You were more than patient with her. She could have gone back to the doctor for help, or phoned a friend. Not the asshole. Not sure what the scam was, but seems like one was coming. This is sus. In the US, doctor's offices close at 5 p.m. unless it's an urgent care. I assume it wasn't 9 a.m. when you picked your kid up. Second, if she speaks a different language, you can set your phone up to be in a different language. I highly doubt somebody who speaks English knows the word fluently. It was a scam. She kept deleting the address on purpose. Scammers target people who are alone, especially if they have a small child. The mom's instinct will be to protect the child first, and scammers know a woman will hand over everything before she lets somebody harm her kid. Not the asshole. Nata. She was trying to scam you or worse. Sounds like she was looking for a free ride home, hoping that you would give up on trying to sort out her Uber ride offer to drive her home. Not the asshole ever for exiting a situation which was uncomfortable and potentially dangerous. If she'd just left the doctor's office where presumably there is someone on staff who can communicate with her to some extent, she can go back in and ask for help. Her behavior was odd. Not the asshole. You don't know her. She was acting pretty weird. Sounds sus to me. Not the asshole. She has a phone. She can look up how to correctly call an Uber. Not the asshole. I would have been wary after she kept deleting the address. I would have just pulled up Google Translate on my phone and shown her she needs the correct address. If she refused after that, then the next words typed would have been, "Sorry, I can't help anymore." Not the asshole. This was likely a scam. The end goal was probably to prey on a mother-child who will ultimately offer to drive her home. Inevitably, once the driver gets to that address, she gets robbed, trafficked, or killed so they can traffic her child. Always trust your gut in situations like this. I think your instincts were correct. Nata. This is sketch as shit. It sounds like they were stalling to keep you there. I wonder if the Uber driver was actually an Uber driver and not someone she was working with off-screen to do some kind of heist or kidnapping. You did the right thing by getting the fuck away. Nata, sounds like a scam. Scammy, not the asshole. Not the asshole, it might be a trap. Even fools know someone tries to help but she keeps deleting and insisting you to ferry. Not the asshole. X200B. She did not want you to help her get an Uber, she wanted to bullshit you into driving her for free. Not the asshole. You know who could help in this situation? The receptionist in the GP clinic. While you were completely distracted typing in things multiple times, was her partner in crime you didn't see sneaking items out of your car or purse? It is a very common scam. But even if she really was in trouble, she refused to let you help and undid any help you managed to do. Nata. Not the asshole. I keep thinking it sounds like a setup. Who knows what might have happened if you'd stayed? Language barrier or no, it's obvious you tried to help her, and she knew she was deleting the address. It was like she was waiting for someone. I was also uncomfortable with how close she approached me initially. Might be a cultural issue, the social distance is much closer in some cultures. She kept deleting the address when I typed it in. Not the asshole, you did what you could to help her. Either she was a scammer or she was trying to guilt you into giving her a ride. Not nice of her in either case. Not the asshole. You can't help someone who refuses help. And this feels very scammy. How did she even schedule the first Uber then? Not the asshole looks like a scam. If this was legit, she could return to the doctor's office and ask for help. How did she manage to get there but don't know how to leave or enter the correct address? Not the asshole. She wasn't in the middle of nowhere, there was a doctor's office and a nursery, there are other people present. You tried to help and she repeatedly rejected it. Even if you hadn't had bad vibes, you shouldn't have strangers in the car with a young child and you needed to get your toddler home. If you are at all uncomfortable about how someone else is behaving, especially when you are with your child, you GTFO. End of story. You are absolutely not required to understand the situation or help a stranger who is not in life-threatening danger. Taking care of that lady was not your responsibility, taking care of your child is. End of story. Not the asshole, definitely. Not the asshole. You're not responsible for anyone but you and your child. While it's nice to help when you can, it's not a requirement. She made you uncomfortable, and you left. As you should have. I understand your concerns, but she could speak to someone at the receipting desk if she felt stranded. Not the asshole. I'd think this was some sort of scam or a trap. The fact that she kept deleting the address. Red flags. Not the asshole, but for the next time I have had great success using Google Translate to communicate with people I don't share a language with. There might be some apps that are better, so it's worth checking out.